right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Kill the small talkers. I'm your host, Alex Caron, and today I am back again with Rick Izquieta for part 2. He's a stand-up comic, a dad. He's been on Comedy Central's Dave Chappelle show. Rick has been headlining well-known West Coast
not the comedy
shows. What? Did I fuck it up already?
No, I was not. I was never on Dave Chappelle's show. I was on.
Oh, wait. It was hosted by, Stand Up. That's right.
Donnell Rawlings. Yeah,
Donnell Rawlings. Well, hey, they got it. They heard it on the first intro.
Sometimes we can let it slide, and then somebody's, "Hey, I heard you on Dave Chappelle." Yeah, I don't know. Use it as a credit.
Whichever comedy clubs that helps you get booked with, the better.
Yeah.
Cool, man. We're back from we're back for part 2. I still had a bunch of questions. I did not get a chance.
That's awesome.
Did not get a chance to
cool.
ask you in the first one, but since I've last seen you, which has been about 2.5 weeks now, a lot has happened. And when you say a lot has happened, do you mean a lot has happened in the comedy world, in the comedy scene? What's been going on since we last saw you?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some cool shows, some good shows with some people, some great people, some good vibes, and it really kind of felt good, to be honest with you. In comedy, you go through some up times and some down times, and I've been through some down times, and these shows were really great. One of them was at the Mic Drop in San Diego.
It
wasn't in their main room. It was in their janitor room, but the side room, the staff lounge or something.
It was in the green room.
Called it that. I thought it was hilarious. A comedian called it that. I thought it was hilarious. No, it was a small little room. You know how a lot of clubs have the big room and the small room on the side. So it was a small room on the side. I think it's called Gold Room is the name of that room at the Mic Drop. And the Mic Drop, I don't know if you know its history, but it used to be the Comedy Palace. Yeah, it used to be the Comedy Palace. And it used to be owned by these two, I want to say some Middle Eastern country. I don't know which one. But some Middle Eastern country, 2 owners, man, 2 brothers, really cool guys, right? George and I think Tony. George and Tony were their names, and it came to the point where you were like family. Hey, how are you? You want to plate the food? You want to, really cool guys.
That's cool.
And then they're closing shop, and everybody got all sad down in San Diego. But then Mic Drop picked it up and ran with it, and so far I think it's going really good for them.
Yeah, they've been. I keep hearing of it. I still haven't been. The only club I've been to in San Diego was I guess near San Diego was La Jolla Comedy Store.
Oh, good. That's a good club to be in San Diego.
Yeah.
I haven't been to that club. I've been to all the other ones, but I haven't been to the Comedy Store La Jolla.
Oh, wow. But you've performed at Comedy Store LA, right?
Yeah. I performed Comedy Store LA many times in the earlier years, not as much these days. I prefer, I wouldn't mind doing a spot. I just don't know a lot of the
bookers,
the new groups. And then sometimes I meet one on a show. Sometimes I'll meet one on a show. It's pretty cool, and then you're like, I'm up next, so I'm going to do what okay, cool. And then I do my thing, and then they afterwards they're like, hey man, I got a show. You want to be on it? I can get you on the show. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So that means I qualified for this guy, whoever he is. But I qualified for somebody, this comedy underwriter, and then and so then I go to their social media, and then they got a lot of shows, and and they're in the scene. They're in the comedy scene. And I'm like, wow, I've never met this person. But they're in that scene where they're doing a lot of spots. They're producing and sharing production spots and giving spots also to some bigger names to help bring people to the shows too. You know,
right.
And that's a part of the game that you got to do. When I first started, I did it at La Fonda. First, I did one at Crocker. It's called the Crocker Club in downtown LA. The first one I did. Owner there named Tommy, really cool guy. And it was my first year of comedy. I was just months in comedy. And the guy goes, hey, why don't you do a comedy show down here? So I did one. You know who was there? Rick Glassman.
Oh, yeah. I know Rick Glassman.
He was there.
He must have been barely starting out, huh?
We were all barely starting out. Rick Glassman was starting out, Francisco Ramos, Jerry Garcia.
I know Francisco.
I got video of all those guys. Yeah, I got video of all those guys there. All those guys. And we were all new. We were all just... And so we did that one. And then I did one at La Fonda, which is near MacArthur Park in LA, on Wilshire. And it was La Fonda is known as the first restaurant to bring mariachis to the States, like a restaurant to bring mariachis and play.
Oh,
and
really?
Every weekend be playing. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know.
Wow.
Somebody probably stuck a finger up my ass too. I don't know. but yeah. So I knew the guy who was working in the entertainment, and he said, "Hey, you want to do a comedy show here?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it, man. Wednesday nights at La Fonda's," and everybody thought it was like a black chick, La Fonda.
Oh, that's the name of the black actor or the black character in Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, La Fonda. And so I was doing the shows there, and I would book some big names, Uncle Joey Coco Diaz, he was in there. Lineup.
Okay.
A lot of guys. The late Jeff Garcia was in that lineup. And so Darren Carter, Willie Barcena, Joey Medina. I had all those guys on the shows, and it was fun. It was fun. It was Wednesdays, $10 or something like that, $5.
And were you hosting it? Were you running
every
not
time,
just producing, but you were hosting it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so since I always had the same bartender, I had the same waitress, I needed to change up my stuff. And this was, again, year one. So I also used it as a new joke place, a place where I would try these new jokes, and if they would hit, then I would keep them in the regular lineup. So make that a process. Like I was always, and I still am. I just when you start out, I think you go full throttle sometimes, and I was like, I had sticky notes all over my walls, with jokes. Yeah. That's how, and I was single, single. Right. It's just me.
Yeah,
in
so
my
you
house.
can have that.
I mean, that's
now I can tell you to take
room,
them down,
right? That wall's your room, right?
This is my room. This is my room. Yeah.
That's okay. So that's your room. That's your wall. You decorate it the way you do. Every place I lived in, I mean, nothing wrong with what you're doing. That's you. Every place, I had blank walls. I just would not think about what you're doing back there. And then people would come in my place and say, dude, put something up. Like, put up a picture.
This is boring.
And I'd be like, I don't care, dude. I come here to sleep shit. And I go out there and do everything else. Like,
right.
If I'm doing anything here, it's like I'm watching TV. So it's like I really
you're living the nightlife.
Yeah, and then I was really out a lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and that was all year one. So you were producing your show. Yeah, you didn't have kids then. You were just really, really grinding it out. And was that show? Was that once a week? Was it once a month? You said it was once a week, right?
It was once a week. Don't ever do that. That's why I screwed up. I was doing it once a week. I'm serious. I was doing it once a week, and I burned out really
Burnt out.
fast.
You
I
get
burned
burnt
out
out.
really
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, and the same thing with the podcast. I was doing it, I think, once a week, and I got burned out really fast. But the podcast, I think I should have kept going. The club, you just got to do it. I recommend it to every new comedian out there. They're like, "Hey, how do you get stage time? Hey, how do you, say you running a show? Are you doing it? Oh, no, I don't know how to do that. Well, it's really easy. You just kind of approach a bar, a place where you see, you got to
Potential.
learn what's fit.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
has
Yeah. Yeah.
potential. But some of these
Uh
guys get rooms like by the freeway or something,
huh.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
thin
Yeah.
walls,
Yeah, on a on a on
or
a
they
on
get
a on a rooftop where the sound doesn't bounce and you can't tell if people are laughing
yeah.
at you.
Yeah. So it's with couches and lounges where people are sitting like this,
Yeah, and then
and
they
this
get on
is
their
the
phone, they
worst
start
position.
sleeping. Yep.
Oh god, yeah. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what people you need to do. You need to start doing your own room. If you're not, I should write a book.
yeah, dude. Yeah, how to be a comic.
Do's and don'ts.
The do's and don'ts of comedy. Speaking of which, okay, so these were some questions I didn't get to ask you. So first of all, so remember how in the first episode we did like a rapid fire series of questions? Well, there was still a bunch of those that I did not get to ask you. So I'm going to ask you them now. These are totally different from last time. And if I do repeat one, me vas a dar el mano. Ay, güey.
I'm scratching my head.
More like shining your head.
Back scratch it.
Okay, here we go. So, I've already asked you this one. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. No. Okay. Who is your current celebrity crush? If any.
A celebrity crush. Yeah.
Or now, or even one from the past. Like when you were younger, when you were in your 20s, who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, that would have to be like Phoebe Cates or something.
Oh,
she was the girl from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. Phoebe Cates. She was back in the days, and today the girls are ugly. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, no, they're all cute. There's a lot of cute ones. I just can't put my finger. You know who I think is really, really cute is the Billie Eilish. Like she's got this really cute new girl about her, like new looking girl. Like I don't know what to say, but she's got beautiful eyes and
big. They're big eyes
and creative brain, man. Like the creative brain. That music's cool. So you steal me with the music. You steal my heart with me. You play your music, honey, and I'm naked. That's where you got me, babe. Like I have a chance with Billie Eilish.
Yeah. Bro, you could be her dad.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting ready for it.
Where do you drive along your dream road trip? What's a road trip? What's somewhere you've never been to that you've always wanted to go on a road trip?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, it's gonna have to be seaside, right? It's gonna have to
West
be
Coast or
ocean.
East Coast.
I would take like somewhere like Scotland.
Oh,
I would take
the
like
seaside of Scotland.
Yeah, just around all the driving around Scotland, north, south, whatever. Scotland ain't that huge, and
Right,
so
comparable to the U.S. now,
just
but
yeah, I would just love to go there. I've heard good things of the Scottish,
off the
so
Scotland,
I wouldn't mind.
Scotland.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a drive in there. Yeah, over there.
For me personally, I would love to do a cross country road trip here in the U.S.
Oh, here, same.
Yeah,
Same.
I've never done that before.
That's actually not a dream. That's not a dream. That needs to happen.
That needs to happen, and it can happen. Like my uncle Mark, him and my aunt Jean, him and his wife, when they were in their 20s, this was in like the mid 70s. They for their, I believe it was for their honeymoon, they just drove cross country all across the U.S. I mean,
sweet.
Isn't that awesome? That. Yeah, and this is in the mid 70s, like 1974 or 5. I think
the farthest I've gone is like to Colorado. See, like the halfway.
Yeah.
And back through Utah, and then down through Nevada. It's Las Vegas. So that's the
so the Southwest.
Actually, it was further. I've done Texas. I've done further out Texas,
LA,
and I've
LA
also done I've done Arkansas and Kansas out there, but those were buses. I was taking the bus.
Were these for shows or were these work or pleasure?
Some of them for my first shows. Yeah, work.
Okay, wow.
No work. I took just to save money. It was like I had to figure out how to get from Kansas to Arkansas. I finished a weekend in Kansas, Wichita, Kansas, and I had to figure out how to get to Little Rock, Arkansas. And because they were paying me more. It was I was like, all right, okay, I'll figure it out. I got this. Don't worry. And I look at the planes and I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. If they want to charge me all this, I ain't making that much. So then I was like, damn, I'm going to do something I never thought. I told myself, you're never going to do this again. Don't ever do this again. I bought a ticket on the bus and took a bus to Dallas and then went to Little Rock. And it took me like a morning. It took me like a morning, I think. Yeah. And I was doing that. I did that at the beginning too, a little bit, just once or twice. I think twice, I think, at the beginning. Yeah. Just to test it out one time.
What were those?
I was like, yeah. Gigs?
What were those reactions from when you were doing those gigs out there? Yeah. Like what was like reactions from the crowd, like comparable to like crowds in LA? Like was it so different? Like, culturally?
Yeah.
And like, would you talk about it? Like, and you would point it out, like, oh, I noticed, Arkansas, you guys do this, but in LA, like, this is what we do.
Totally. I mean, look, dude, it was a Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Little Rock, Arkansas tour. I did. I did Oklahoma one weekend, the next weekend, Wichita, Kansas, and the weekend after that, Little Rock, Arkansas. All three clubs are called the Looney Bin. Okay. And they were all owned by a guy who just died. So Oklahoma was the first one. So I go to Oklahoma and since the guy died, there's a lot of change in the ownerships. There's just fucking craziness, right? Sure. And so the first place, Oklahoma, the guy sold that club to these two guys. And these two guys are running it, and they're good. They're good people, and they're interesting. Oklahoma's interesting. It was Tulsa, interesting place to be at. Then I go up to Wichita, Kansas. Okay, so Oklahoma experience was cool. The only thing weird about the Oklahoma experience is that's where the guy who died, he lived. And he has his house there. And the house is the comedian's quarters. So you got no hotel. You're staying at the dude's. And so they still have They still have the dude's room made up. So the dude's room
Wow.
is still up and it's still there. And I was there alone.
Oof.
Yeah. Okay. So, but
Did you get the heebie-jeebies?
you think it can't get any worse. I got the heebie-jeebies in Wichita more. I go to Wichita, and Wichita, the guy picks me up at the airport, and then I'm like, and he's a really large guy, and he's just, oh, don't want to talk much, And then I go, how the ticket sales looking? How's the weekend? Or how's the weekend looking? I don't even say ticket sales. How's the weekend looking? And he goes, oh, everybody here see Rick is here.
You're like, Boomhauer, speak slower.
Everybody here see Rick.
Bo.
Like I was shot in the stomach. Like, all right, okay, I got you. and he was telling me how the owner died, and now these are the last bookings of the club. I was one of the last bookings. Like I think there was a month after me, and they're closing the club. So they didn't give a shit about much. They were like, yeah, whatever. And as I was outside after 2 nights, a Friday and Saturday, and I'm outside, I look at the marquee, and this was in May, and they're showing shows for April. they're like, April, we have da 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 da. And I'm like, well, maybe if you guys advertise something, And guess what? Even with the bad marketing, people came out. People came out to the show because the place has been there a long time. Right now, if I was a single dude in comedy, I'd probably move out to Wichita, Kansas, and open a comedy club there. Just because, in all fairness, these people were going to this place and these people didn't care. They were marketing. They were doing nothing. It was just the roots of that comedy club.
Wow.
So then I had to go.
See.
Then I had to go to Little Rock. Then Little Rock ownership was different. All the employees, after he died, all the employees took over as owners. So they did like the Green Bay Packers. They all have ownership. Even the bus boy, the ballet park. I don't know.
The first socialist comedy club. It's all all the employees own it. That's cool.
Because it's almost like kind of too many Chiefs, not a lot of Indians.
Right. Yeah, I guess you could run into that issue. Yeah.
That guy said do this. That guy said to go over here. But that guy said keep the door closed. They're supposed to keep it open. But that guy over there. It was just a little woo. And so that was my time in the Midwest. The triangle.
Yeah.
Wichita and Little Rock. Fun.
Does anyone get lost in the Midwest triangle?
I think many times, man. I think, those roads out there are just trippy. Okay. Kansas, Wichita, the place they don't care. Okay. They didn't care that the club existed anymore. Guess where the comedian stayed there? The comedian stayed behind the club, like right there, which is fine, which is cool, right? In some places, but it's in downtown Wichita. And at night, downtown Wichita is The Walking Dead, bro. Not homeless people, not homeless. I mean, there are some, but not a whole lot like downtown LA. But it's literally dead. It's you step out and you don't hear a soul. Like it is scary.
Eerie, yeah.
Scary, eerie, just quiet city. Quiet. And that I remember I would go for a walk and I had to walk maybe 6 blocks, 7 blocks to find some social people, like, wow, bars and people eating and blah, blah, blah. And then when I walked back, it was like, Oh my God, it's so scary. I'm walking back to the club. Nobody's going that direction. It was dark and scary. And what if somebody's following me? And then when I went to the building, the club, it's like you're in a building. And it's not a big building. It's like a small building, but it's all like bricks. It's all bricks. And it's cold. It was cold, I remember. Weird stuff, man. And then Little Rock, the guy took me around for a tour and he showed me they had a tornado rip through like months before.
Oh.
And he took me through the neighborhood. And that was like, you ever been to Universal Studios where they show that plane?
Yeah,
right?
that plane. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like. It looked like somebody just came in and made this shit up. Like, so they flipped that car over. But it was scary. It was scary.
They're like, all right, well, let's rebuild. This is going to continue happening next year and the year after that. Okay.
Right.
I gotta, in comedy, what's the best and what's the worst advice you've ever received? In your duration doing stand-up comedy?
In one sentence, both. The best and the worst advice in one sentence. The feature is not supposed to kill.
What? What do they mean?
The feature spot is a sweet spot. I mean, if you're in the feature spot, you're not killing. Headlining may not be something for you,
or not yet.
Yeah. Now, there's a rumor out there that guys like to have mediocre comedians in front of them. I don't know if this really happens. It's just a rumor, But sometimes you've gone to shows and you see like 3 or 4 comedians that you don't feel are at that caliber yet, or in that spot. We all feel it. Hey, that should be me there. We all feel it, right? And but then you see it's like, oh, okay. And then the guy at the end of the headline who put the whole show together, he rocks it. He rocks it, and as he should. And so, because it's his show, it's his production. That's fine. But everybody, all focuses on him, and so that's some headliners will take that approach. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not take that approach and say, I'm not going to get so much strong comedians in front of me, right? And so I used to open for Willie Barcena for 5 years. I opened for Willie Barcena. Yeah, great comedian.
Yeah,
great
I've been
friend.
trying to get him on this podcast. Yeah.
Oh, he's a good guy. Good guy. Even though we've had some crazy, unfortunate experiences where we, didn't talk for a while or something like that. Still, overall, good guy. I had a lot of fun with him, and the reason I bring up that advice is because the best advice was what he was telling me that night. And so I came off a stage and I was killing. It was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I had a great set, man. They're like, like applauding, and I was just on cloud 9 as a comedian. Just wow, like I just did my. I just feel like I need to do a touchdown dance or something, And I'm just standing there, like just watching the crowd just go. And then Willie comes up from behind me and he kind of like he pats my shoulder and he goes, "Hey, great set. And I said, "Oh wow," I said, "That means a lot coming from you, man. Thanks." And he goes, "But the feature's not supposed to kill." and then that's like he's behind me, but my face just goes like I'm just standing there going, "Oh, did I just piss my boss off?" You know what I mean? Did I do something wrong? Like, oh, am I not supposed to? What am I? That was so confusing. But then he goes, double-edged sword, right? And then that's where I was like, okay, thinking, where's he going with this? And I knew there was always a lesson sometimes, from the from the mentors, and he says, no. He goes, I want you to kill. He goes, why do you think I have you working with me? Because I want you to kill, because if you kill, then I get better. Because you make me work. You put me on my toes. You make me get out there and get ready. And you don't make me, you keep me away from getting comfortable with the stuff I've already written and always try new stuff. And so he told me that. And, I was then after that, I was taking guys on the road with me that were headliners before. They were, and I guess they weren't as much anymore. So I said, hey, man, Shivago. Like, Shivago's a guy, he's got a great comedy. And I'd say, hey, come on, you go in front of me, you feature. And he would kill, he would do good. But his comedy is adult. It's like really adult. Okay.
Oh, like raunchy.
Yeah. Okay. And I like it. Like, it's good. It's good. But some places they're like, yeah, we're not taking that here. And that's funny. And that to me is funny. And we would laugh about that on the road. But he wouldn't give shit. So he like Shivago would get, and I love that about Shivago. He wouldn't give a shit because we were in Durango, Colorado, and we did a show. And Shivago has a gay son. Okay. And he has a joke where he says the word faggot, and so the booker calls me up and he goes, why would you let your feature say the word faggot in a liberal town? And I number one, I didn't know the town was liberal. Like I didn't. And then number two, how am I going to stop my feature from doing anything? Right. But I came back at him. I came back at him and I said, Barry, I said, hey man, don't worry. Shivago's son is gay. So it doesn't offend Shivago. It's cool. He's cool with it. like fuck the audience. My comedian's okay with it. He's okay. He didn't get hurt. And so I think he didn't like that. The booker didn't like that. And I think that's why the booker don't book me no.
Where was this at? What city was this?
That was what was that? With Shivago. That was Durango. Durango,
Colorado. Yeah.
It's Delta, Colorado. I don't know if it's Delta or Durango, but it's South Colorado, near the border with New Mexico. Near there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we were coming up
Durango, Mexico.
No, Durango, Mexico. But shows in Baja. I've done shows in all Baja. I did a tour.
In English?
Yeah.
Or Spanish?
Both. I mean,
los dos.
I was and it comes natural. And so sometimes I would whip it out. But, practice and repetition is key. So sometimes Spanish is not all there because I'm not doing it as much. But get me doing it more, then I could put a set together, flows. No problem. Yeah.
What's this classic kind of question. What's the worst bomb you could remember on stage?
Oh man, yeah. Let me turn on the light. The light. What?
You said let there be lights.
The worst bomb on stage, man. Yeah, there should be a categories on this, like the worst 10-minute bomb, the worst 30-minute bomb.
Oh, have you had a bomb that's gone on for minutes and minutes on end? Yeah.
Yeah. I had to wrap up like 20. Yeah, they're just not feeling you. They're just not feeling you. Usually, I'll tell you, it's usually one of those shows that is comedy is being forced upon the audience. It's usually one of those shows. I didn't bomb this one. It was in Whittier not too long ago. It was 2 weeks ago. And they had a show in a patio area. Frank Estrada, funny comedian. He has a show in a patio area. They do a Whittier gig Thursday nights at the Old Horse, something like that. Kicking Horse.
Okay.
I don't know.
This is in Uptown Whittier.
Yeah, this other one was in Uptown. The one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Was in Uptown, and so
okay.
It's a patio area, and so people there, and it's free show, and that's where it's all fucked up. Free, can't do that. Can't say free because that just hurts it from the beginning. You can't do that. But
nope.
I get it why people do it. So there's people to the left that want to hear comedy. There's people to the right that want to hear comedy. But there's this one table
in the
20 people in the middle. 20 something people in the middle that didn't go there for comedy. They didn't go there for comedy. And they were really busy with their conversations. And so every comedian that went up there, it was like, having to deal with that.
Right.
And so, I every time there's something like that, I deal with it and I try and make it part of the act. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a comedian to put a show with the front door behind the stage.
Oof. Bad idea.
So there's it's right there entering the place, and the place to enter is like right here, and the mic stand right here, right? And so what I did is every time I saw somebody come, and I'm telling jokes, and every time I saw somebody come, I would open the door. And then I would tell it's in the contract. I have to do this. It's in the contract. And I would just close. And then I would say, like, how you doing? Good evening. You want me to see? They wanted me to see too, but I say, I can't. I can't. I got to do the show.
right. Yeah. Can I see yeah. There's a $5 cover charge. Yeah.
I know.
You should have asking people for money. It's to be $15.
One person did that. And they did it by the bathroom, and that was the worst because everybody had to go to the bathroom, and I was just opening the door. It was headed to the bathroom.
The smell kept coming.
Exactly. I mean, but like what? Another time, I'll tell you, and this was in the very beginning years. It was at the J Spot. At the J Spot, and J Spot was by LAX, and it was all black club.
Isn't it still
black
there?
Club. And, no longer there. No longer there. But man, this was an all black club. You had balls to go up there. First time I went up there, it went great. And I was like, to the point that I went in this time, and the guy saw me, goes, "Yeah, you're going up." So I was like, okay, cool. Second time I go up there, I don't know what was going on, but I lost them. And it wasn't going good at all. And then so I'm trying to finish a joke, and then the DJ turns off my mic. And then I just go, I see another mic on stage, and I go, and it was on. I go, I got this one. Right. And then they're like, not liking me at all. And then to the point where the host came up like this. He came up walking like that. It was his name was Memphis, the host again. And he came up, and I was like, and I walked out with my hat down, like right about here, straight to my car.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And then another one was on the ship, but it was with a lot of kids, people from Alabama. And there were all these kids there this one time. And, I didn't care. I still went through my act, and I would hear like 1-2 people laugh or whatever. And okay, that's fine. I'm going through my act. And then like little kids just go, why would they do that? I questioning my joke. It's like, why are you questioning?
Right.
Yeah. Then, oh man, I don't get it though. Like it's weird, and these kids would speak up, and then you would say something, and a lot of times 95, 90, 96, 97% of the times you bounce off of the kids, and it's funny,
Right.
because
you use that energy.
this one show, man, these Alabama kids, they just look like tired kids with messed up hair, and you would talk to them and they weren't thinking, they're like, it was weird. And to the point, at the very end of the show, this is like 30 minutes. You have to be out there in 30 minutes. The very end of the show, I just go, oh gosh, thank God the time is up.
Their parents are probably cousins.
They left him there. They left him there gambling. I'm like, oh, thank God the time is up. I get to leave now. I wanted to say, fuck you, all this shit, They were kids. I couldn't. And so but I wanted to give it to them, I would still wanted to give it to them. And I said, I get to leave now because probably one of the worst audience I've ever had. You won't see me out there shaking hands. I'm going straight to my room. Good night.
Is there, you did it.
And I ran straight to my room. It's like, oh, wow.
Is there a joke that you've curated that makes you laugh, but when you've said it on stage, it doesn't do so well, but you're like, man, like that's such a killer joke though, but it only really makes you laugh? Or maybe even like there's a joke that, when you're at a show with other comics and you do a joke, like the joke isn't necessarily for the audience, like it's for your other comic buddies.
Yeah.
You have one of those?
Yeah. Things like the other night, there was a comedian, Louis, from San Diego, Valdivia, I think his last name is. And he was telling stories on how he's had DUIs, And so I have a joke that I worked at the California DMV. I did as a translator interpreter. And I was I had a bunch of cases that were majority DUIs. They literally were. Okay.
Wow.
Majority. Yeah. And these guys would show up, and I say, oh, these guys show up drunk to court. Hey, yo quiero mi licencia, right? And then I said, hey, Louis, so I kind of just like brought that, from a comedian set that was before mine, that was talking about DUI. I brought, hey, Louis. It kind of hit the crowd in a special way. Like they got it. Whoa.
Yeah.
That other guy. That was a sucker punch. It's really, they think it's a sucker punch, but for us, it's really not a sucker punch. For us, it's just a clever way of trying to chain link the night together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love when other comics, like especially when one finishes and like one is about to start, where like the one that's about to start will mention something that the comedian before them mentioned, like talk about it. Like, I don't know how many shows I've seen where the comic that's next will riff on something that the previous comedian had said for like 5-10 minutes and then get into their own set.
Yeah. I've made that a habit. I've made it a habit to watch the shows, to be included. There are some comedians that don't like to watch shows. And I get it. Yeah. I understand. But for me, sometimes I like to watch the shows because, number one, I mean, I was a comedy fan before I became a comedian. And that's the truth right there. Like, I love comedy. And then, so I feel like I'm disrespecting the art if I don't, give it a chance to sit and enjoy it as well, And why not do it when the show? What if I'm last? How am I going to not watch? Because what if I go up there and I see some guy with a shirt and I start going after him, but somebody already did?
Yeah.
So it's a little dull. It
can be. Yeah. Like I've seen shows to where, sometimes they'll seat like couples in the front row. And then like comic after comic after comic will be like, oh, so are you guys a thing? You guys a thing? Like, and then like, and then it becomes kind of like an inside joke to the audience where like the last guy or the last person's the headliner like is talking, does crowd work and then is about to talk to the couple that's been like not harassed, but like been talked to all night. And then the audience just starts laughing, and the headliner goes, "Wait, what? Is there something like I missed? Like, what's going? Oh, like has everyone been, talking to you guys already?" And I don't know. I like moments like that.
Yeah, and then sometimes the couples are done.
Yeah, sometimes they're done.
A really good headliner will put a cherry on top right there with their situation.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? Really good headliner. And it doesn't mean he has to be watching. Like, I still watch. I feel like watching is kind of cheating. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch. Like, I'm watching the show. Like, say I'm headlining. I'm the last guy. Like Saturday show in San Diego. I'm in the green room, and then, we're going to start the show. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in there and watch the show. And then, because I watch the whole show, and I watch everybody. And one of the things that I do is from the beginning, I start noticing things in the room. Okay. From the beginning. And then I start noticing, okay, what comedians are not bringing it up. Nobody's seen this. Nobody has done that. Wow, nobody's touched. Oh, this guy went for it. Oh, there, scratch it off my list. I'm not going. It's gone. Unless it's really hot. Unless it's really, really it's really like you push that button and it gets the crowd on fire.
Right.
It helps. It helps. You know what I mean? And so as a comedian, you sometimes you're up there trying to get the party going. It should already, as a headliner, the party should already be going, right? The host, the features, the spots, they did everything. So the party, he comes in, and he's gonna finish it, But everybody has a role in the whole thing,
Absolutely. Is there a topic or observation that you're absolutely like just dying to like work on, but you just haven't figured out yet? Like, you haven't figured out like the funny yet in it?
I've always been a guy that likes the difficult stuff. Okay. I was doing a lot of LGBT jokes on the ships.
On the ship, yeah. I remember you mentioning that.
And it was Biden years. Biden had a transgender person in the White House. How am I not going to talk about it? It's LGBT, right? The Bud Light thing was happening.
Right. How am I not going to talk? I remember that, yeah.
So much was happening. How am I not going to talk about these things? And so I tend to talk about things that people get uncomfortable with, but I want to bring comfort out and laugh. And so I saw this comedian, and he did this in Spanish, by the way. And somebody in Ecuador turned me on to them. Oh, have you seen so-and-so? Really can't remember right now who he is, what's his name, or anything. But I looked at it, and the dude, what he does in Spanish is he goes out there and he goes, "Give me a trauma." People are like, "What?" And he goes, "Give me a trauma. Give me a trauma that you're so sad about something right now. I'll turn around and make you happy." Oh, my mom just died. Oh, what she died? Like, oh, cancer. And then he somehow reaches the funny part,
and then makes them laugh.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I found that very interesting. I haven't seen anything in the English world doing it. But I'm already, like, I feel like I'm already there. Like, I don't want to go and do what this dude's doing and say, "Give me a trauma." You know what I mean? Like, I'm already there. Here's your trauma.
Right. Yeah. You've already implemented it in your jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I have a suicide joke. I have a suicide joke. And people, how do you have a suicide? People ask me, how do you have a suicide joke? Every time. And at the beginning, it starts off with a relative of mine saying, I'm going to kill myself. Like, a relative. And the room gets quiet. And I do that on purpose because then I go, yeah, because I'm talking about like a family reunion we were having, and a relative says, I'm going to kill myself, like in a group. And then I say, oh, could you pass the gravy first? You know, and gravy's way over there and you're not coming back. You know what I mean? And so I do this whole thing, but then there's another punchline after that at the very end. But the whole awkwardness is what I like when I say, and he goes, I'm going to kill myself. And then it goes, and then I go, and it got awkward just like that. Just like, right. Just like you guys. It's like, I love doing that because you're like so in control. Yeah. You're so in control. And so I love being in control with them. And you know, it's you are the guide for the evening, and you're going to take them for the ride, for the journey. That's about it.
Right. Do you think if you won the lottery tonight, would you still be doing stand-up?
Totally would. Totally would. Yeah. How to keep it a secret is Yeah. That's the whole thing. It's like, okay, I won the lottery, but how do I not tell anybody? How do I show my face?
Well, you don't flaunt it. That's what you do. You don't flaunt it. You save a majority of it. You save a majority of it. And, you know, little by little, you know, update your car or, you know, help mom with the mortgage. And do you,
you know, one thing about winning the lottery, what I would do is I would fly somewhere really nice by myself. And then I would invite people one by one, and I would pay for their flight, pay for their hotel.
That'd be cool.
One by one. And then we'll discuss what share they get. The close people.
Yeah. Your close friends list. Do you remember, was there a time when you started out doing comedy and like sort of like your cohort, your class of comics when you guys all started together? Is there someone who was kind of underrated then but has now like exploded and like you've seen like, holy shit, like damn, like I remember when we were first doing it, now this, you know.
Totally. Yeah. They haunt my dreams, man. Motherfuckers. No.
Who were some of them?
One of my favorites is Melissa Villaseñor.
Villaseñor? Okay, speaking of celebrity crushes, she's my celebrity crush. And she's from Whittier, not from Downey.
Oh, look at that.
She's Melissa also a musician. I'm also a musician.
She's the I used to, like this, literally sit next to Melissa, waiting for my turn on open mics with her. And she would, and shows too. After that, shows. Yeah. Together. And I would always tell her, hi, Melissa. I said, man, you're going to crush it. You're so talented. I love your songs. I love the way you go up there and you sing. And I love the way I was a big fan from the beginning. And I would tell her, you're going to be big. I would tell her that. Leslie Jones.
Oh, shit. Leslie Jones, yeah.
La Fonda. And she headlined La Fonda for me one time. And it wasn't big pay. And we spoke outside of the club afterwards. And she was like, man, she goes, I just don't know how long I could put up with this shit, man. And I just, like, every time I remember that night, I just take myself back to that night. And I'm like, man, if I just could have held on to her shirt or something. If I would have said, like, hey, can I open for you? Or can I and something?
Well, I was just about to ask if you talk to any of them still.
Nope. No, I mean, I comment maybe on a thing, congratulations, applause.
Yeah.
And it's not it's not because of them. Obviously they're busy. I don't know if they would say hi to me if they would see me, but some guys do. And Anthony He's always with Bobby Lee, Anthony, redhead. He's done a lot.
Oh yeah.
Tony,
Oh my God.
Anthony.
Yeah. Oh,
Anthony,
Andrew. It's Andrew. No, it's Andrew. Andrew Santino.
Not Anthony.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew. Santino.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Santino, that dude comes up to me, Rick, hey, and surprises me sometimes. Bobby Lee has done that too. Hey, Rick, hey, and so pretty cool. Oh, one of the best things, Earl Shackle?
No.
You know Earl? He's a great guy. He always hosts right there at the Comedy Store. I don't know if he does anymore. I don't know what's up. But I didn't hang out with that part, in Hollywood all the time. I didn't. I was on the road trying to do shows in other places.
Yeah,
a lot.
You were a road comic. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I would go to the store every once in a while, So I go to the store one night and I haven't been there in a long time. And I get, you got to get first sign in and then they pick you, and they put you on the list. The Monday night comedy.
What's the potluck?
Yeah, potluck, right?
Yeah, potluck. Yeah.
Lines in. It's like 300 people signing in. They only pick 30 or something like that. I don't know, right? And so my name was on the list. I got picked. And I was like, oh wow, this miracle. Like I usually don't get picked, and that was what pisses me off. What was pissing me off about the Comedy Store? I would drive all the way out there, sign up, and then not pick. Like, fuck you. It was happening too much. And there was a guy there that I didn't like. He was part of the booking. He didn't like me and all that stuff. And so, I know. And so, at the comedy club, it's every now and then. But all the other clubs, oh wait, we were talking about this stuff. Andrew Santino, those guys are cool. Yeah, it's like fucking. But you got to go hang out, and I'm not.
You're not a hang out person there. Yeah.
No, I just want to go tell jokes, and if I can get booked to do that, and I've managed to reach out to bookers in Vegas, Arizona, Texas, and I've managed to get on stages. I managed to get banned from stages because I don't like Trump. So I got banned from a stage because I don't like Trump. So I managed to do things. I managed to get on the ships and then managed to, get off the ships. And so it's happening. But one of the things I want to tackle now is more writing, probably more script writing. Got a lot of ideas I've written down. I got some scripts I started and trying to finish. So,
like film, like screenplays.
Yeah. Like features and, also ideas for documentary. Like my brain just goes crazy when it comes to that stuff. And so I just writing, and I feel one day somebody's going to come and appreciate and want to do something.
Yeah. Want to collaborate. Yeah. Hey man, I've taken up a lot of your time. Where,
awesome.
This episode, ditto. This episode comes out Wednesday. Where are you? Are you performing anytime, anywhere this weekend?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just booked one, and this weekend I'm actually working this acting gig this weekend, which is cool.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. It's actually this is funny. Okay. It's for like a company that does human resource videos.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so we're, like the TV show The Office. Okay,
one of my favorites.
We kind of do that in human resource type of style.
Oh, okay, so it's like a spoof mockumentary.
Yeah, but no, the lady sells these packages to big companies overseas. And so basically she tells me that in where's this? In Singapore. So in Singapore that she goes, oh, we were showing the video and they were laughing. They love you in Singapore. I'm famous in Singapore. So, yeah, it was and I go back this weekend. I did something Sunday, and I go back this weekend, and so it's good.
Okay.
I like that. Next weekend, Friday, I'm in Chula Vista. In Chula Vista is just follow my Instagram,
Right.
Ricky, and then I'm back down at Temecula on May 30th at the Merc. So I'm down south.
Yeah. Okay, I know the Merc. Okay. Did Pasadena already happen at the Ice House?
You know what? They canceled. And let me tell you what's going on. And your audience needs to know this as well. You got to buy the tickets online. You got to buy the tickets online days before the show. They are not budging for at the door anymore. Although the Saturday show at Mic Drop, they sold 4 tickets online and the other 50 something there that night. So they're allowing it, but up here the clubs are starting to cancel if you haven't sold enough tickets.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But so audience members who want to go see comedy shows or you want to support your fellow comedian Alex, Caron, Ricky Izquieta, whoever it may be, buy their tickets online ahead of time. Make that thing sell out.
Well, that's what I would do, like with my shows, because people would always buy them day of, like, oh, we're gonna go. But I'm like, guys, try to buy them beforehand, so I know how many people are coming, so I know how many seats to set up, so I know. I just buy them online, and they're cheaper. I would make them cheaper. I would make them cheaper online. Look, if you buy them online, it's $10. If you buy them at the door, it's gonna be $15, and I would do that so people could buy them beforehand.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's cheaper if you buy them now.
It's unfortunate that comedy is, kind of like at the bottom of the barrel entertainment, and they'll treat it like that as well. Like, well, we don't have to pay till we get there. And then maybe we'll change plans on the way there. Maybe we won't go. We'll just stay. We'll have dinner. We'll have cocktails. Who wants to hear a comedian anyway?
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I took up again a lot of your time, man. Thanks for being on here.
That crowd at the Mic Drop on Saturday, San Diego, awesome crowd. Like felt the love, man. And back down there, Chula Vista next week, and then the Merc in Temecula. So check me out.
Yeah, and we'll add your socials again so everyone can click on it and follow you. And it's been a great hour, dude. Love. Look, I could go on for another hour just talking about comedy all night with you, man. It's so fascinating, so interesting to learn. So people, listeners, go and watch Rick. He's really funny, dude. He'll make you laugh for 30 minutes plus.
You bet.
All right, man. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, homie. I appreciate it, Alex. Have a good night. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you'll get notifications when new episodes drop. Thanks to my guest, Rick Izquieta. Music by Mark Fabian. Produced and engineered by Robert Altschuler. Recorded by Command Creative Studios. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Kill the Small Talk Podcast and at Command Creative Studios. We'll see you next time. Bye.